Hey guys, welcome back to Artisan Chaos, a little bit in a world full of chaos. My name is Carrie, and today I'm coming to you with a DIY, which I don't do very often, and I seldomly remember to record my DIYs, but this seemed like an easy enough one to record, so I decided to go for it. I have 3 children, all of which are girls, and as a result, I have tons of hair stuff in my house. I have scrunchies and the little 90s butterfly clips and the other like flip clippies for pulling stray hairs back and hair bows and what are they called? Headbands and all of that. And the problem is that in this new house, there's no drawers or anything. So I used to have them sorted into like an old wood in drawer sorter, but their bathroom doesn't have drawers anymore. So I was scouring Pinterest as we do and decided that I was going to make one of those on wall hair supply sorters, organizers, whatever you want to call it. Today we went to Hobby Lobby and to the thrift shop to get our necessary materials, and I'm basically telling my husband what I need cut and what I need drilled, and then I'm putting the rest of it together. So I thought I'd take you along in case you also have this problem. You could probably use it with boys too, if they like, they like having their hair done and they have a whole bunch of hair stuff as well. Or maybe for jewelry or whatever, you could customize it to whatever your needs might be. I'm just doing this for my kids' hair stuff because it's out of control. So here we go. So here we have our supplies. So I got this frame at the thrift shop for just a few dollars, and I wanted to make sure that there was some thickness to it so I could put in dowels, and then on the back it is recessed, and that's where the ribbon is going to be going. And then here I have just some hardware to be able to put on the back of the frame to hang it on the wall. Then I have these hookies here that I'm going to use at the bottom just to hang stuff on as well. And then lastly, or not lastly, but here we have the ribbon I'm going to use for the clippies and bows. It's about 1/2 inch in width, and it was actually half off, so it was only $1.50, not $3 after all. And then here we have some stickers that I'm going to use as some decoration on there as well. Yay! I also got this dowel. It's about 36 inches long, and I'm going to be chopping it up into pieces to put through on the top part. So what my husband and I went ahead and did was I measured and then he helped. I measured in 2 inches from the edges on both sides, so there's 2 inches, and then I measured out 3 inches apart. Then my husband drilled the holes for where the dowel is going to go. We're gonna have 5 dowels sticking out the top of the frame for holding little hair ties and scrunchies and things like that. So those are gonna go up here, and I'm just waiting for him right now. He's outside cutting the long dowel that you saw earlier into little pieces. My husband does a lot of woodworking, and so we have this gigantic thing of wood glue, but you could use like any kind of wood glue and it'd be fine. Don't worry about getting fancy with it. Just pick yourself up a little bit of that Gorilla Glue. Well, here it is all painted, and what I'm going to do is just go through and sand it and distress it a little bit so it doesn't look quite so. Because I was painting it, but it started raining when I was painting it, and so it has like all these like bubbles and stuff in it, so I'm just going to go over this with the sandpaper just to kind of buff those out and make it look a little old and antique-y and vintage. Alright, excuse my crappy camera angles, but here we go. So I got it all sanded down so that you can start seeing some of the grain of it. I'm like out of breath from sanding for so long, but here we go. Some of the bubbles still remained, but now or still remained, oh Lord. But now that I've had it sanded down a bit more, they don't stand out quite as much to me. Again, this is going in a kid's bathroom and it's going to be covered in like pink and frilly hair bows and stuff. Like, nobody's going to notice the bubbles on the frame. I'm just being a perfectionist. Here it is so far. And now I'm going to grab my ruler and my ribbon, and we're going to get it started to get that all put together. So my frame has this really cool like little indented part, recessed if you will, part, and so I'm using that to where I'm going to put the ribbon to do it. Obviously not this side facing me, this side's going to face the right way, but I'm just measuring right now, so you're just going to start up here and stretch it taut down to here, and then I'm going to think about spacing. I'm just going to lay it out and see how I like it, and then we're going to staple. Alright, so it looks like I'm just going to be able to put four on here, just because I want them pretty evenly spaced apart. That way if they have like a big bow, they can just put it on there and it doesn't block all the other ones. So I think I'm going to go with this. I'm going to staple it on here with our staple gun, and then we'll see how it looks. Alright, so I used our little staple gun, and then I basically just stapled the ribbon in each spot to the back, and then when you fold it up, boom. So here's where we're going to put like clippies and bows, and here's where we're going to put like scrunchies and hair ties, and then I have those little hook screws that I'm going to put on the bottom for like headbands. So here we go. Here are the hooks that I am planning on using. So there's the top where the scrunchies are going to go. Here's the ribbons again where the clippies are going to go, and then down here is where I'm going to put these guys. And I'm going to excuse the mess on my table right now, but I'm going to just drill some starter holes into the bottom here, and then I'm just going to finish up by screwing these guys in and hopefully have them all facing the right way so that things can hang off of them. By the way, it's like 102 degrees here in Texas today. My husband and I were just out in the garage like crazy people, sanding and stapling. Not a good idea to do projects in your garage in the middle of summer in Texas. I should know better. So I went ahead and marked mine. I measured from the inside versus the outside. I want like the outside just to be left alone. So I started here on the outside, and then I marked every about 2.5 inches for my frame size. And then that's gonna get me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 hooks, and I have 6 hooks. So that should be good for just like hanging headbands and necklaces and stuff like that on there. Here we go, let's drill. All right, so I got my little mini holes drilled, little starter holes, and I just put this one in there just to make sure that the holes were big enough, which they are. It's great. And so I'm just going to go ahead and put the other 5 hooks in, and I think we're pretty much finished. Oh my gosh. Ouchie. Twisting those suckers. Oh my goodness. And some of them didn't want to go all the way in, this one. So I might have to have my husband manhandle it a little bit. The whole time I'm like sitting here singing, like as I'm turning them, like hook, hook, where's the hook, hook. Oh Lord, I need help. So I was like, oh, and we'll be finished once we, and I was like, oh, we'll be finished once we get the little hookies in. I lied to you and to me. We're not gonna be done yet because I still have to put the hanging hardware on the back. Okay, I'm almost done. I have to put the hanging hardware on there. And what is a hair accessories board in a rainbow unicorn bathroom without unicorn stickers? So I have to decorate as well, which I feel like will be my prize at the end of all the assembly that I'm doing. Okay, here we go. Gonna put on the hardware now. I need a screwdriver. putting the little sticker guys on. I have a feeling these are going to get ripped off pretty quickly, but maybe some super glue will save them in the future. I was gonna get some wooden ones, but they were like 99 cents each, and this was 11 pieces for $4, but it was actually 50% off, so it was $2, and that seemed like the better way to go, at least at this point. And they're plastic, they're not like paper stickers, so I'm not worried about them being in the bathroom and dealing with humidity damage. So we'll see how long they last. Hopefully the girls are kind to them, but I'm just going to finish decorating the frame, and then we will hang it, and I will show you the finished project finally. So this is their current hair supply situation, but we just got this guy mounted. So we're gonna see what it looks like all hung up. And so there we have it. See, that's where all of the stuff was before. And now it's all up here organized where the girls can find it. I can find it when I'm doing their hair. The butterfly clippies, as you can see here, they didn't fit on there, but luckily I found this little satchel and I was able to put them all in there and just hang it from one of the hooks. And then we have their headbands down there. We have their hair clippies and bows right there, and their scrunchies up there. So it's all nice and organized and off of the counter, and I dig it. I guess I shouldn't have worried too much about the ribbon. Originally I was really worried about like the ribbon being a little crooked or not being the right color, but you can't even see it. So that's something that you can learn from me, is don't worry too much about the ribbon because you're probably not going to be able to see it anyways. So I hope you like it, and if you decide to make it, let me know because I'd love to see how yours turns out. Okay, till next time guys, bye!
Bye.